What's going on, friends? Sam Prentice here, back once again. Sunlu have just brought out this brand new AMS Lite heater system for the Bambu Lab A1 and A2 range of AMS Lites. I've got one here, in fact. There it is. Now, Bambu have also sent me two A2Ls. I'm using one for a dedicated cry cut, and the other one is going to be dedicated for a 3D printer. Now, of course, one of the limitations of the Lite system is basically it's open. The spools go on left and right here and here. And of course, if you're using anything that is hygroscopic, hopefully the pronunciation's right there.
Hygroscopic.
Basically, it means that water can get into your filament and basically spoil the print. So this system should solve that. We're going to see what it's all about. Friends, let's get straight on into this one.
You are watching a master at work.
This is the Bambu Lab AMS Lite. It colour changes, swaps spools, and generally gets on with the job rather well. But it also leaves 4 rolls of filament completely exposed to the room. Of course, in a dry room, that might not matter immediately, but in a damp workshop, garage, or print farm, it is essentially a 4-spool moisture buffet. Sunlu thinks it has the answer with the new Sunlu AMS Lite Heater. It turns the AMS Lite into an enclosed filament dryer, keeps all 4 colour functions, and claims that it can dry materials while the printer is even using it. But it does cost around £105, which is not small. And once you add that price to the AMS Lite, you're getting dangerously close to what Bambu charges for a complete AMS system with drying. What I'm not going to do is spend half this video proving that drying filament prints better. We know it does. What I want to know is whether this is a good way of achieving it, how it fits, how it operates, how much room it occupies, and whether the price actually makes sense. So is this genuinely a useful AMS Lite upgrade, or have we just built a heated conservatory for 4 rolls of filament? The sponsor of the video today is PCBWay, and they're having a 12th anniversary event right now. You can go to the link in the description for fun mini-games, direct discounts, and if you place an order with any of PCBWay's 3 special solder mask colours, matte black, purple or pink, the colour is completely free. Now this is only until July 31st, so get it while you can. So what it is and what it's not. First of all, it's not an AMS replacement. The AMS Lite is not included. This is an enclosure and heating system designed specifically to accept the Bambu Lab AMS Lite that you already own. You transfer your existing unit into the Sunlu housing, reconnect it, and it should retain all the normal loading, unloading, filament detection, and automatic color changing functions. What Sunlu adds is a closed chamber, heated circulating air, humidity monitoring, and automatic venting, pushing the damp air out instead of gently moving it around like a tiny tropical weather system. And that's actually a really important factor, because a lot of the old school heating systems that maybe we had 5, 6, 7 years ago, well, they didn't have that. It just would sit inside and circulate inside itself, which obviously did pretty much nothing. Anyway, let's move on to unboxing, installation, and size. Inside the box, you get the main enclosure, the control section, mounting hardware, and the power cable. The AMS Lite has to be partly disassembled from the original stand and secured inside the enclosure. This is not something that you can simply drop over the top. The installation is not especially complicated, but take your time with the screws. They're going mostly into plastic, and tight enough is usually cheaper than saying, I wonder why that suddenly came loose again. Once assembled, it's roughly 26 centimeters wide, 52 or 53 centimeters deep, and around 35 centimeters tall, with the AMS hardware on top. And the footprint, of course, matters, because those 2 side doors need to be opened to load and unload spools of filament. And, well, that's not all. The standard PTFE tubes and connection cables limit how far the unit can sit from the printer, especially if you're using an A2L. Also, the figure of 8 cable isn't nearly long enough for my practical applications, so I've had to get a different cable in order to plug it in. And then I also needed to move it from the left-hand side to the right-hand side because, well, the doors just weren't going to open. With the larger machines, such as the A2L, this can become a fairly serious piece of desk furniture. In my layout, the complete printer and heater setup needs to be approximately 4 foot. What? Nearly 4 foot, that is. That's 122 centimeters.
122 centimeters.
So get your measuring tape out, because before buying one, measure the space and remember that the loading clearances matters just as much as the dimensions on the website. In my case, I will have to move the unit inwards for the PTFE not to be stretched, but then move it out to the right to make sure I can load the spools. That aside, what about the functions and controls? The front display shows the current chamber temperature, target temperature, relative humidity, material present, and timer. You can select the filament type, change the drying temperature, and set the operating time. Sunlu claims a maximum temperature of 70 degrees Celsius, with the presets covering PLA, PETG, TPU, ABS, ASA, PA or Nylon, along with PC. While inside there's a dual-channel airflow system, which circulates warm air around all 4 spools. During drying, the unit automatically opens its air valve to release moisture, then closes it again when it stops. In RH mode, it also can restart the heater when humidity reaches the upper threshold that you've selected. And that last function is super useful for material that you just want to leave loaded, because there is an important difference between drying filament and simply keeping already dry filament dry. Desiccant is good at maintaining a low humidity environment. However, it is much less effective at pulling moisture that's already worked its way into a spool. For that, you normally need heat, airflow, and somewhere for the humid air to escape, which is exactly what we've got with the Sunlu AMS Lite Heater. Well done, guys. There is a door sensor which beeps when the enclosure has been opened, and the unit also includes temperature monitoring and other safety protection. Do not block the vents, keep it away from children, and do not assume that the outside will remain cool, because it won't. We already know that drying filament is good practice, so I'm not going to manufacture some dramatic before and after pictures showing that we've discovered moisture. The facts still remain. Drying filament is good practice, but it is quickly worth understanding what the heater is trying to prevent. The most obvious warning is a popping or sizzling sound from the nozzle. The hot end is turning absorbed water into steam, producing tiny pressure changes while plastic is being extruded. You may also see more stringing or oozing between parts of the model, bubbling or small bumps on the surface, a rough and inconsistent finish, and sometimes weaker layer bonding. Filament that snaps really easy can also be a warning. Although brittleness is not proof on its own, age, UV exposure, poor storage, and the formulation of the material can all play a part. The important point is the humidity number on the display that measures the air that's in the chamber. While it does not directly measure the water buried inside of a spool, a low reading is useful, but doesn't mean that a badly saturated roll became dry the instant the display reached 20%. So which materials benefit? Because not all filament types absorb at the same speed. PLA, ABS and ASA are relatively slow compared to other more demanding materials. They can sit out for days, weeks, sometimes months or even longer without immediately becoming unusable. Although all 3 will absorb moisture eventually. PETG and TPU do deserve more attention. PETG can become stringy and rough, while flexible TPU can change surprisingly quickly in a humid room. Then there are some seriously hygroscopic materials such as Nylon, PVA and Polycarbonate. These can absorb water rapidly and may need active drying before printing, followed by printing directly from a dry enclosure. But, and this is important, drying filament does not upgrade the printer. On the Bambu Lab A2L or Bambu Lab A1 or even A1 Mini, it doesn't suddenly gain an enclosed, temperature-controlled build chamber because the spool is warm. The hot end, the nozzle, the build surface and the chamber requirements of the material still apply. This device might be able to dry Nylon, PC, ABS and ASA, but that doesn't automatically mean that your printer is the right machine for printing them. For most AMS Lite owners, the biggest everyday improvement is likely to be more consistent PLA and PETG, plus a much better chance with moisture-sensitive TPU, where the feeding limitations of the AMS itself also needs to be respected. So big question, what is it like to use? Well, you load your 4 spools, you set your heat and temperature, set your time, close everything up, and you're good to go. So, simple. As I previously touched on, during drying, the air valve opens automatically to let the moisture escape and then closes again when the cycle stops. In RH mode, it can continue watching the humidity after the timed cycle. When the chamber reaches the upper threshold, the heater comes back on, and when it reaches the lower threshold, it stops again. Most importantly, the AMS Lite continues doing exactly what it did before, only better. You can load, unload and change colours while the filament is being dried. If you switch the heater off, the AMS Lite still works as normal. The trade-off here though is more physical. It's much larger than the original stand. The side doors still need clearance, the fans add some noise, and parts of the enclosure become hot. None of that ruins it, but you do need to plan where it's going to go before buying one. So pricing, at the time of filming it's £104.99, AMS not included. However, if you already own an AMS, I think £105 is pretty good value. But if you are starting from nothing, the AMS Lite plus the heater costs put you at around about £234 to £274, depending on the AMS Lite price at the time, which puts you very close to Bambu's $259 sale price on the AMS 2 Pro, which by the way you can now use on the A-class printers. Already own an AMS Lite? £105 upgrade. Starting from zero? Well, check the total first. I guess if you're in the market to only dry 1 or 2 spools, a normal dryer will be cheaper. What Sunlu is selling here is 4 spool drying without having to give up the AMS Lite automatic colour changes, which I think's great. So what's my final verdict, and who's this really for? If you already own an AMS Lite and print with PETG and other moisture sensitive filaments, this upgrade certainly makes sense. However, if you mainly use fresh PLA in a dry room, already own a good dryer and have no spare desk space, you probably don't need it. The heater doesn't unlock materials that your printer otherwise couldn't handle. What it does do though is fix the AMS Lite's most obvious weakness: force spools in an open atmosphere. It's big, it gets hot, and it's another £105 accessory, but it dries force spools while the AMS Lite carries on working. For any existing AMS Lite owner, that's the entire argument, and it's a fairly convincing one, so I'll turn it over to you. Would you add this to your AMS Lite or buy a separate dryer, or move into a different AMS completely? So a quick question for you: which material has caused you the most amount of grief to print? Let me know down in the comments section. Thank you very much to Sunlu. Thank you very much to the sponsors of the video today. They make it all happen. They keep the lights on, they keep the bubbles bubbling, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. We will see you next time. Links, of course, are down below. If you want to buy these, you can, of course, do that. I don't think there's any commission structure, so I've got nothing in this one. But if you want to buy it, if you think it's cool, I think it's cool, go and do those cool things. We will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.
You are watching a master at work.